The project itself became bigger than I had expected when I contacted Ms. Hagan and asked her essentially for permission to do this with the grade level. And she came forward with the idea of creating a community-wide or a school-wide project. The blocks are just a simple little craft that I found on Pinterest of all places and decided that we could probably adapt that to something that our students could easily do inside their classrooms, because of course with our protocols we are not using our art room and places like that, so it had to be done in the classroom. So the students all received a block of wood, just a 2x6 block of wood, and they were given the choice as to how to paint that and what they wanted to create their bird out of. Most of them did the scrapbook paper, and they chose some colors and they pieced together this papercraft bird on one side with a button eye, and then they could choose their message. It was something they could write, or they could find a quote or a song lyric that they enjoyed that they thought made this message that would create that idea of hope or giving back or community. And they put that on the reverse side. And many of them have done it in ink. Some of them have done some really creative writing. Some of them have decoupaged it on the back, so they just print out the paper and glue it down on the bottom. And yeah, it has turned out very, very well. Well, the impact that I hope that it makes is I hope that it reminds people that we are not alone, even though we might be feeling that way. I hope that the residents of Martha's House, St. Michael's, the Seasons Retirement Village that is just in our neighborhood, the River House and the Garou unit at the Chinook Regional Hospital, they're all happy to take these blocks from us and share those with their patients and their residents. And the message that I'm getting from the recipients is that they are so excited about this chance to share these messages from our students with their people.
So this initiative was started when we were looking for something to connect Wishing Day to what was happening in our school, and Miss David had this wonderful block idea with birds. It was fairly poignant in that the story and the themes in the story that we read as a school community relate a lot to what people are going through right now. The idea of a wish, the idea of coming together, the idea of community. And even in the school, we've been fairly insular, so the opportunity to reach out into our community at a greater level was what really kind of spoke to us. Well, it's neat because it was such a significant initiative, and it required so much hard work from so many people that it's hard to let something like that just lie in the past of when it happened. And so to be able to bring it back and to be able to make meaning of it in different ways year after year is really significant, because kids are revisiting the book. So as we talk about the blocks, we talk about the birds, we revisit the characters, we revisit the messages. The ability to connect outside, so because of the restrictions, because of what we're facing, a lot of kids and their own grandparents and their own families are just so insular right now, and that we don't have a lot of opportunities to connect. And so to be able to connect with people in our building outside, to people in the community that we might not even know. A lot of kids have said, like, what about my grandparents? And I would like to give this brick to my grandparents. So they recognize the meeting, and they recognize the significance of connecting with people who have been kept to themselves for so long.